feel it taper off. Yeah. Or 60. Yeah. I would say that's about a perfect amount of power for something like this. Tell me a joke.
People who take care of chickens are chicken tenders.
It's pretty funny. Chicken tenders.
Hey everyone, it's Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and it is raining, and we're driving this, the 2023 Toyota bZ4x.
It's been a while. It's been a while since this car came out, and now we finally get to experience it, and all of it's not actual cladding. That's just like
That's right, yeah, it's actually just like two-tone.
So you can't venture that much.
I need to admit something. I have never been up close to one of these.
No?
Like ever. I don't think I've ever. I didn't realize it was this large. It's a little bit larger than I thought. I mean, it's not a large car, but it's
than the Kia Soul.
bigger than the Kia Soul. That's right.
Look at the rate on this one. And there's no white.
It kind of
Snow
looks.
will definitely get on this.
It kind of looks like a RAV4 from the back. So this is a limited all-wheel drive. EPA range is about 250 miles, though in testing, some other outlets have found it to be a bit less. So Charlie will have to see how accurate that is.
Check our rear-world range test.
That's right.
I like this because, look, first of all, notice how low this is.
It is quite low, yeah.
Second of all, look how flat it is.
Very flat. Do you like these?
No, I never use them. That's because we live in a fairly safe area.
Oh, right.
And we don't ever put things in the trunk.
Ooh.
Got a
Didn't
little
like that.
underfloor storage for snow scrapers and chargers.
Level 1 charger, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. Let's check out the back
And
seat.
bZ4x there in case you get kidnapped and you're put in the back and you wake up and you want to know
You
what type of
know what sort of car you're in when you're calling the police. Yeah.
Look at bZ4x and they won't know what you're talking about.
They're gonna say,
Is that a
you
trim level of
mean Elon Musk's child?
something?" That's a good one.
So we've got heated rear seats back here. We've got 2 USB-C ports for charging.
I appreciate that you can fold this down even with the driver's seat all the way back.
The leather's quite soft.
Yeah, Toyota usually
That's
does pretty
nice.
good, like leather. Not like
There is an insect in here.
it's been warm for less than a full day, and they're already
Look at
here.
it. Okay. Anyways, this is shaped like something.
Sunglasses.
Oh yeah. Is this for a phone? I'm guessing.
It's gonna slide everywhere. Also, can we point out this all looks a bit.
It's bland.
1990s.
Yeah, it is. It is bland. Yeah.
Mhm.
They could have done something else with the space, perhaps.
Oh, and this will be destroyed.
Yes, it will. Yes, it absolutely
Maybe.
will.
Do people put? Oh yeah. See, already I've
Yeah.
already scraped it with my.
Well, it's
ring.
because you're married.
So, all right, Daily Motor top tip. If you're going to own a Toyota bZ4x, don't put anybody married in the back seats.
Yes, or at least on the what side do you wear your wedding ring on?
You can't be on the driver's side
You can't be on the
It's the
driver's
passenger
side,
side.
rear.
if you're married.
Yes.
And if you own any watches, you also can't be on them. You have to.
So just
So
use
you're
this
okay.
seat. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, all right.
This may be an Uber car. This is going to be the new Prius. This is
Oh yeah,
going to be
because
the
you
new
can't
Uber.
fit adults in the back.
Yeah,
of
because the new Prius.
anymore.
What sort of
Are you sure it's not a fuzzy? Did you get it? Ah, Chris is a murderer.
If you're PETA, that was video game play. But yeah, so we've actually have a good amount of room in the back seat of this bZ4x, and we were just talking the other day. Charlie went and drove the new Prius Prime, and kind of touched on how they spoiled the rear seat because the
Yeah.
Prius has been a taxi for like 15 years at this point. You know, they've been using Priuses as taxis. But this may be the future of that. Like, you're going to see a lot of yellow bZ4xs. Do you think when they make these taxis, do you think they'll paint the two-tone things that are already black yellow as well?
No, they'll leave that part black.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
I have a thing.
You have a thing? Oh my goodness. It's like one of those arm covers for a couch.
That you'd find in the basement of a Midwestern home.
Wow.
I want to touch it.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, and I get to touch it first because you're driving. Is there a frunk?
I was going to say, let's take a look. I doubt there is, but let's check. There are roof rails.
Oh, and it stopped raining for a second. That's good. It was sunny an hour ago. It was beautiful out, and now it's just
Oh, the charger port.
dismal.
Interesting.
Somebody's scratched the hood.
Can't imagine how. Wedding ring.
See it?
An engine.
Yeah. It looks just like the Lexus RZ 450e under here.
I wouldn't know. You know those silly troll videos where people go and take a Tesla to get their oil changed or something like
Yeah.
that? This is the first car that I'd actually be kind of tempted
Yeah,
to
like
try that
they'd
in
open
because
it and they'd.
they'd think that's an engine.
Yes, they would. A
If you just, like-
three-cylinder.
Yeah. They'd go, where's the dipstick?
Yeah.
It's just like a Fast Eddie's or something like
Yeah.
that, you know? Quick lube. So you don't ever have to open that, ever. They should have done it
Thin.
McLaren style and just made it so you can't even open it, or Lamborghini or
Yeah.
Ooh, it is clothty.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be disgusting. Because if you're coughing, sneezing,
Everything's
eating,
gonna get absorbed
it's
in
all
there.
going to get absorbed into this.
Even I'm grossed by that, and I do things like eat stuff off the floor.
Is that a millennial thing, eating things off the floor?
Is that where 5-second rule? No, I can't. I think it's everybody but Gen Z.
I never eat things off the floor.
Hundreds of years of human evolution have eaten things off the floor, and you people are the first ones to be like, you know, it's gross.
I know I'm not interested in eating things that have been on the floor.
What is that?
They could have done. No, that would have been
Improving
gross
their
still.
design right now. Look at how far away I am from the steering.
Why is this see-through?
Yeah, that looks like extra manufacturing cost that didn't need. Is it to
Oh, so you can see your phone
when you get
screen?
text messages, so you can take it out and then text? Allegedly.
It's got Toyota's new infotainment, of course. The most controversial part of this bZ4X is this whole setup, with the steering wheel being below the cluster.
It is a good thing though, and this is why. You can go as low as you want and still see everything.
Yeah.
This is
That
comfortable.
is the most massive steering column trim I have ever seen. People don't like when you do
people
that.
don't like
Yeah.
it. Well, they don't like when you do it. I don't know. About, no, you're
No,
right, they
it's
don't
you.
like when
You're the only one that ever does it because you're the one. Oh.
I wanted to hear what you
Hello?
had to say. Let's put like business cards in or something.
Yeah, it must be.
Business people.
Because you're the only one that complains about steering columns. I complain about door panels and headliners.
Yeah, that's-
Yours is the steering column.
This-
At least the steering wheel is leather.
Married people can't drive this either.
Oh,
Piano
no,
black.
it's piano black. Is the steering wheel heated?
That would be over here.
No, it's right here.
Oh. I don't like this at all.
Huh. Do you want that on one?
No, I want it off. Oh, the heat? No,
Yeah.
I'm good. Surprisingly. Thank you, though. Yeah, Toyota's new infotainment's quite good.
Oh, that's the shifter. Oh, it's like the RZ450E. It's got the same shifter.
I wouldn't know. What's in here?
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
There's
right.
no glove box.
There's no glove box.
What, do they put batteries in there or something?
Probably because it has radiant heating.
Hmm.
So you can't have a glove box. It's okay because that won't move around at all, will it? It's not going to slide or rattle. All right, let's go for a
This is
drive.
good. This is a button for one pedal driving. I assume it's got a foot icon.
Yeah, let's drive so my memory card doesn't run out.
Okay. Oh, I remember. I drove the Solterra, the Subaru Solterra,
Yeah.
which is very similar to this car, and I couldn't figure out how to
You
get it
push
to drive
down.
for the longest time.
Yeah. Another insect just flew by my face. What is going on with these cars being infested with insects? We need to talk to somebody because the Kia Niro had a bunch of bugs in it as well, and it also stunk.
1-800, get these bugs out of my press car, please.
Yes. What happened to your... Oh, okay. What happened to your hand?
I was changing my buddy's brakes with that Civic Si.
Oh, that's right.
It's
and
very
it cut
cut.
your...
It's been a long road to recovery for me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to feel like you with a hand injury.
I know, mine's
See if
like...
William
You really
Ward
can't even...
comments on my
You can't even see mine anymore.
Yeah, quite improved.
You remember which hand it was on?
Left one.
Yeah, that's right. Can you see it still? You can see it a little bit right here. This is a quick car.
Well, this is how all electric cars should at least feel, unless they're really cheap. The ID4 was a bit of a disappointment in that.
Yes, it was.
We might be some of the first journalists to drive production model bZ4Xs because this is a 23 and it's only got 500 miles on it, or 5,000 journalist miles.
Right.
And I assume most of the bZ4Xs that were in the fleets before were
Pre-Pro.
Pre-Pro.
Oh yeah, no, this is great.
This is all-wheel drive. It's limited. Would you mind taking a little peek in here and seeing if there is a window sticker to tell us the price?
I don't know how to open it.
It takes a minute to figure
Let
it
me-
out. It took me a minute.
Oh, I see.
You know, Toyotas are supposed to be easy to use. I thought that's why, like, old people like them. Ooh, I see one. I see one.
Thanks,
If
Joe.
this car costs anything over, it's not going to, but over $60,000 would be an abomination. I predict it'll be about 53
I'm gonna say it's
after destination.
48.
Okay. I'm gonna actually 52. Let's go 52.
Dropped the sticker. What'd you say?
52?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Good.
We have some options on this bZ4X. We've got the JBL premium audio with 9 speakers. That is a $580 option. Probably one we'd say that you should tick.
Probably.
I'm not the biggest fan of the JBLs, but they're better than nothing. Limited weather package gives you heated rear seats, front radiant foot and leg heater, like I said, which is this thing, radiant heat. Special color. I
Great.
would disagree with that. Split roof rear spoiler, which you pointed out on the walk around. Two-tone paint. Wow, they charge you $500 for that. And floor mats are an option as well. What are you trying to accomplish right now?
Sport mode, perhaps?
Okay.
Look.
Oh, it's probably in here.
Oh.
No, it's not. Oh, no, it's, does it have drive modes? It probably
Well, it
doesn't.
has eco mode.
Oh yeah, an X mode.
Yeah, well, that's so that it can, for the Subaru Solterra, they had to add that, because it's
Right.
very Subaru. We'll just drive this in normal.
Oh, this fell out of the glove box.
Oh. There's quite a lot. Oh, that's a big bug. Look at that. Killed it.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That was a mosquito.
They come out so fast.
Do mosquitoes lay eggs? They must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millions.
So maybe there was a mosquito. Oh. Do you remember what these were recalled for, Charlie? Just want to make sure that that's still in your brain.
I don't mind the ride.
Yeah,
what
the
I
ride's not too
didn't
bad.
care for was that plasticky rattling sound.
That could have been me with the Monroney. Oh no, it's just rattling.
I
The
really
actual-
like the seating and steering position. I feel like I'm like
Yeah, you feel good.
pod fighter. Like,
You're going so fast. I like the actual design of the dashboard. I don't care for this material, but I like the design.
Do you think that helps with sound deadening?
Oh, it could, because cloth is very absorptive.
Look at the fun little designing on the mid-ranger speakers.
Yeah, it's kind of like this.
Does it one pedal to a stop? Let's see. No. That's unfortunate.
Similar to the Lexus RZ 450e.
And the...
You're supposed to say I wouldn't know.
Oh. I wouldn't know. You just cut that little bit there where you said you were supposed to say that.
Yeah, I definitely will. Why is this Blazer always here? Have you
Maybe
noticed
he's
that?
an airplane enthusiast.
Could be. Do you think in, go ahead. You.
I like this car better than the ID4, I think.
Okay.
I don't really mind it.
Well, in 30 years when I'm at the junkyard no, it'll probably be more like in 20
11
years,
years.
11 years, the leather steering wheels will be probably quite desirable. Do you
Yeah.
think that maybe they offer one without a leather steering wheel?
Probably not.
Yeah,
That's
you're
at
right,
least
they
the
probably
base
don't.
trim.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably all
If you were getting a $42,000 Toyota without a leather steering wheel,
That's
wouldn't you get the
disgusting.
cross?
I'm glad that you're driving this first. Are you going to leave that on there?
Oh, the bug. If I remember to take it off, I'll take it off.
Steering wheel is very small.
Yeah, that's
But
what I like
the
about it.
steering weight is nice.
The Priuses is like this too.
Yeah.
It's the same wheel that's in the Prius.
Yeah, yeah. Same setup.
Chris will give us a launch. That's a good
Feel it
amount of
taper
power.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 60. Yeah. I would say that's about a perfect amount of power for something like this. We've got lane tracing in here as well. Nice. Adaptive cruise. I don't know what this does. That probably changes your song. This also doesn't do none of these buttons do anything. Look. No idea. Oh, there you go. That switches your display there to something.
Now you can probably use the D-pad.
Oh, yeah. So now you can pick what you want here. I think old people are going to have trouble seeing this, Charlie, because it's very far away.
That is actually
You thought
a
of
good
that?
point.
There will probably be old people that purchase this car as well, because they'll go from their Prius V to one of these.
Well, the good thing is they won't even actually be able to put it into gear because the gear selector is too difficult.
That's true, and they also won't be able to reach the infotainment
Well,
because
they've
I
also got
can't.
arthritis, so making that twisting motion is not going to be easy for them.
Yeah.
That would just give that F-150 a scare. That's a long bed F-150. Kudos to them.
Aw,
Tell me a joke.
look at him.
I didn't understand. Please try again using a louder speaking volume.
Tell me a joke.
That is a proper dog right there.
I found 15 results. The first is Welcome Wagon at Kennedy Avenue.
I
Would
think
you
it
like
thinks-
to go to
I
that
think it thinks
one?
you were talking. Ask it to tell you a joke.
Okay. Tell me a joke.
People who take care of chickens are chicken tenders.
It's pretty funny. Chicken tenders. Good one, Toyota. Cool. Well, we will be spending the next week aggressively accelerating and asking the car to tell us jokes about chickens. What are your thoughts? What are your initial thoughts?
I like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like
everything in here feels very well put together. I mean, as you'd expect from a Toyota. I like the kind of oddness of all of this. It's very untraditional, and I mean, I've been a big fan of things that are untraditional lately in the new market. I like things that are different, and with this being a Toyota, it should last. It's an EV, so it's gonna be.
All four wheels should stay on.
That's hopefully.
I don't like this. When you scoot it forward, it doesn't latch into place, so it's just kind of free.
Yeah, we're gonna back this thing in here.
This is a good example of it does a better job at being weird than the ID4. The ID4 is like very German, like, yeah, you tried to be interesting and it just kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of neat.
Why did Toyotas do this? Not
Soft
that.
materials on the bottom of your steering column. Why did Toyotas do what?
Why do they make so much noise when you back up?
I think they're concerned about running over a small child who doesn't
Well, no,
know
I
they're
mean
coming.
inside the car.
I think they also want you to know that you're in reverse so that you don't run over a small child. while reversing.
Why do I need to know? If the vehicle's moving backwards, I'm pretty sure I know I'm in reverse. Your second-gen Prius would have done this.
Yeah, but Prius V owners, you know, when we're talking
Oh, if they're
about,
elderly,
yeah,
yeah, I
they're
see.
just not quite, you know.
Okay, well.
Put it this way. Many people with AOL email addresses buy a car like this.
Okay. Well, we're going to spend the week with this bZ4X, and we'll let you know what it was like.
Sorry we didn't use X mode.
Wrapping up our week with the 23 Toyota bZ4X. Charlie is showing me something.
Isn't it interesting how the charge flap has the two-tone on it?
Yes.
So that means if you needed to replace the charge flap at any point in this car's ownership, you'd have to find one that is not only this color, but also,
this color. This might be a separate panel, though. I think it is. Yeah, it definitely is.
Ah,
It just
maybe
rips off.
flop.
Yeah. I think we both potentially enjoyed this car more than we thought we would.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to talk about.
There is, because prior to us driving this car this week, I had never even seen a bZ4X.
Yeah.
So I was actually shocked at how large this car is. You hit the.
Can we talk about how long it's taken this guy in the Odyssey to park?
He's still not parked. He's in two spots.
I think he's just gonna go.
He's just gonna leave it there. I was.
leave that in?
What'd you say?
Can you leave that in?
Yeah, I'll leave it in. I was under the impression that this was like the size of a Corolla Cross. I didn't realize that it was like a RAV4 size thing.
Okay.
It's basically like an EV RAV4, yeah?
Kind of. Yeah,
'Cause
with a little
it's-
less practicality.
I drove
but close.
my parents in this car to dinner
Yeah.
a couple nights ago, and they had plenty of room in the back seat.
There is a good amount of room in the back seat, yeah.
Are you driving?
I'd like to.
Okay.
A lot of piano black to get covered in just dust, though.
Yeah. And the seats manual. See, I haven't sat over here at all, obviously.
Except for in the
Except
intro.
for a week ago
Yeah.
when I sat over here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this car is better than a lot of outlets put that it is. And here's the thing. It's a good car. It's just not a very good EV. Also, did you notice how many times you gotta click the volume buttons anywhere to get it to go up or down?
It takes so long.
I counted it 6 seconds to get from like a good high listening volume down to 0.
Wow.
I mean, obviously you can just press that. But
Yeah.
if you wanted to like get it low,
Yeah.
so we can have a conversation sort of thing.
If you want to lower Miracle with Ellie Goulding Church version by Calvin Harris and Ellie Goulding from the album Miracle with Ellie Goulding Church version.
Mm-hmm. I noticed when I was out at the last Toyota event, the 12-inch screens are slower and more laggy than the 8-inch screen.
That makes sense.
If you use the 8, it's like lightning quick.
Yeah.
So
There you go. 8 inches is better than 12.
yeah, good crisp pro tip.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. I like driving this thing around.
No, I
It's
do
got
too.
So much more power. than
yeah.
before.
My main impression that I was going to give is I genuinely enjoyed driving this car. I like the steering wheel.
I love it.
And I like the steering, and I like this stupid thing that's the cluster that's far away. My
Yeah.
brain's not working.
Yeah.
I like this whole setup.
Yeah.
It actually like it makes you feel like you're in a pod. It makes you feel like you're one with the car, and it's like it makes everything so easy.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it makes me think of back in the original and the second-gen Priuses, how that car felt so different and futuristic from everything else on the market.
Yeah.
And then for a long time now, Toyotas have sort of gotten boring in that they're just all just this normal car.
Yeah.
This is finally another thing that feels like, wow, you get in here and it doesn't feel like anything else outside of a Toyota Solterra, which is the same, or the Subaru Solterra.
Oof.
Yeah. Outside of that, it feels very similar.
That's right.
But, I mean, you've got the carpet on the dash, you've got this cool steering wheel with this tight, it's a small wheel, so it feels cool in the hand. It's very down low by your feet.
Do you think this is to benefit the parts sector of Toyota? So if someone is sick, you have to replace the entire dashboard.
Thing. I would think so, except they can't build any parts right now anyway because of chip shortages, so they probably wouldn't want to.
Why do you need chips for a dashboard? Oh, because of the radiant heating potentially.
Perhaps.
See, as I'm talking, I'm spitting on this, so everyone's spit just gets. Eventually, this will just be full of spit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have kids, sick.
The steering speed is good, and it doesn't feel jerky, but it also it feels confident. I don't like how there's no way to tell the percentage. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe there's a way somehow to change that mileage thing to a percentage readout.
Yeah.
But I can't find any way in this car to find the percentage of charge.
Not enough nerdy EV things
Not
for
at all,
Charlie.
because you go into here, and you know how you get, and maybe you don't since you're not into this at all, but you get into something like a Hyundai Kia product, and it'll tell you all the different aspects of your car that are using up charge. It'll tell you how much your climate control is affecting it.
I just really couldn't be bothered about any of that.
Okay, well this can't tell you anything. Maybe that's why you like it.
Yeah.
It's because you can just get in and drive it like a man car.
That is kind of why I like it, because there's nothing really in here to remind you that it's an EV. You just get in and go.
Yeah.
And this shifter is the same as the Lexus RZ, which we probably said in the intro.
Yeah, we've mentioned the RZ a few times in this.
Yeah.
Scare this. You can actually hustle this thing. It rotates right around. It's just enough power to feel like properly peppy.
Yeah.
Peppy is a good way to put this. I just, you know how when you drove the Volkswagen ID4 and everything on paper was fine, but you just didn't like it?
Yes.
This is the opposite of that.
Yeah, it is.
Everything on paper would lead you to believe this is a bad car.
Yeah.
But
it's actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's just a nice place to be in. And I think a lot of reviewers miss that. Because yes, the range isn't fantastic. The price is a little high. The charging speed isn't very good. So as an electric vehicle, no, it's not your best option. You'd be better off with a Tesla. I mean, you could get a Model Y for cheaper than this car and get the tax credit and everything like that.
Yeah.
The Model Y provides more space, it's faster, it's going to charge better charge. Everything about the electric part of that car is better. But I can see how someone would want to just get in this and have this floaty experience, know they've got the Toyota badge and the reliability and everything.
Yeah.
I get it. I really do. This is not a dud.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit this at 45 miles per hour.
People would rather be seen in a Toyota nowadays than a Tesla. So. Teslas are just like the modern day Toyota because everybody has one. Everybody has a Tesla in 2023.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't have a Tesla. I want to have one.
You had a Tesla though, so you still count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, this will probably last you 10 years, whereas I don't think a Tesla will.
You think this would only last you 10 years?
Longer if you wanted
junkyards
to.
are just going to be littered with electric cars in the
Yeah.
future, and no one's going to take parts off of them. They're just going to take the entire car, Take the battery out, crush the rest, and then throw the battery in the ocean, or whatever they do with it.
Wasn't that a thing for a little while on like Instagram or whatever to just throw batteries in the ocean, or was that not really a thing?
It could have been a millennial thing.
Okay.
On iFunny, maybe. Are you squinting right now?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Thought something was wrong with your eye.
Have you figured out a purpose for why this is like kind of see-through-ish?
Yeah, so you can see if your phone is, so you can see your phone through it. Right? Why else would they do it?
I don't know.
Something very loud is idling over there. Is it an airplane? I think it is.
Yeah, propeller one. Oh, this is interesting. There's a little... You can put things there. Could you put a phone there?
What is it beeping about? Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That won't rattle at all.
Do you have any theories as to why, on some occasions, when you lock the car, it beeps 8 times?
No. We really ought to
I
ask
thought
Toyota about
maybe
that.
maybe it's when you leave your phone in the car.
No.
It's not? Okay. Yeah, we should ask our Toyota people why that is.
Or let us know in the comments, because some smart-ass
That's right.
commenter will probably know.
And they'll say it very rudely.
Yeah.
Did you notice how much the range drops when you turn the climate control on?
No.
Okay. Watch. No. Watch this number. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Yeah, that's dramatic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's also a not very accurate range readout because I ran the highway fuel economy test.
Park.
And after 100 miles, I was well below half, but it still said I had about 120 miles of range left, which is mathematically not possible because I had just done 100 miles. So how would it have still been able to do another 100 miles?
Oh, it's probably lying to you.
Yeah, I think it is.
Would you say?
Yeah. It's gaslighting me.
It's gaslighting you. Yeah, I like the smallness of the steering wheel. Yeah. It's little and it's just like it feels so easy to maneuver this thing around and just
so easy to maneuver.
But it doesn't make Charlie moan. No, not enough power to.
The moanability factor is low.
Low moan, yeah, low moanability. This is also quite far away.
It is.
I wish there was a little dial here that you could use.
Yeah.
Well, there is one, but it controls which direction you're going in. So,
do you find yourself putting the, what do they call it? The regen boost on?
I don't even know. How do you do that?
This button.
Well, I know. It's on right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
then yeah, I do it every time I get in.
Okay.
But it doesn't work till the car is like 80% charge.
Yes. And also it won't bring you to a full stop, which I find a bit frustrating.
Yeah, Toyota doesn't like to do that.
Yeah.
I also had some trouble with the infotainment.
Okay.
It was very difficult to get my phone to connect, and also our 5 Below cord has unfortunately finally died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It just stopped working.
Yes, it did. So that was part of the reason. I was already frustrated about that. And then I tried connecting wirelessly, and obviously it doesn't let you do anything while you're driving because it's a Toyota, and it won't let you, which is, in my opinion, more dangerous.
Yes.
I was trying to explain it to Emily. I had Emily in the car with me. And I was like, Toyotas don't let you do anything while you're driving, and it's more dangerous because then people are just going to pull their phone out and do it. Because, like, if someone wants to do something, they're just going to do it. So,
it's America, after all.
You just... I'm sure it's just for legal reasons.
No,
but
well, it can't be because there's other cars that let you do everything.
That's true. They have better lawyers than Toyota. Do you think Aston Martin doesn't let you do things while you're driving? No, it's because they have better lawyers than Toyota.
That's how Aston Martin is still existing as a company.
That's
They've
right.
got good lawyers.
Oh, they had
quiet
Volvo infotainments for a while in those cars. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it is quite quiet. Similar to the Lexus RZ, but the Lexus RZ is quieter.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would get a
big ass bolt in the road.
Oh, good. I'll be sure to.
Huge bolt. Yeah. Make sure you run that over in the Volvo, so I can't drive it this week. Sorry.
I can't remember. I would get a bit frustrated by the lack of a glove box.
Oh yeah, well it's in here.
And I would know because I owned a car that didn't have a glove box in it.
What car didn't have a glove? The Tesla. Tesla didn't have a glove box.
No.
Why are we getting rid of glove boxes? I quite like glove boxes.
Tesla had a glove box.
Oh, well, what car was it?
My Boxster.
The Boxster didn't have glove box. My Cayman has a glove box.
I know. In 2002, I think they added it to the 986. But
why do manufacturers think that we don't want glove boxes?
I don't know.
The Tesla has a glove box?
Yes.
Huh.
Same place. Matthews. I'm sure you've used Matthews. You have to click the button on the screen.
Oh, that's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Because it's electronic.
Yes. Just like
which is also
one of
stupid.
the Chevy products that we had. right? GM products wasn't there a GM product that you had to press a button on the dash, like the Blazer, I think?
No, I think it was the Caddy.
Caddy had a button for the glove box.
Well, the F-Type had a button for the glove box.
Mm.
Jaguar F-Type.
We really need to start keeping our cars straight.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the button situation on the steering wheel?
It's a little confusing, but
it looks overwhelming.
Yeah.
Once you get used to where everything is.
This is good.
This kept throwing me off. There's this button and then there's that button.
Yeah.
That turns the cruise on and off. This changes it between adaptive and normal cruise control.
Which I like.
Yeah.
You can have that quite easily.
Right. It's just I always found myself pressing this one and it being like it's not activated, and then.
Yeah, I was a little confused the first time I set cruise control. I just spammed all the buttons until it worked.
Lane tracking actually works really well in this car, though.
Yeah, lane
tracing.
tracing.
Yeah,
Charlie.
Yeah, sorry. I talked about how in the Volkswagens I got very frustrated with the active lane keeping.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this car.
That's good.
Yeah, doesn't beep at you very much.
All right, everyone. Well, there you have it. The Toyota bZ4x. If you like Toyotas, this is the car for you. If you like EVs, this is probably not the car for you.
Yeah.
If you like Toyotas and you want an EV, luckily that this exists. But if you are simply an EV connoisseur like Charlie, this is probably not what we'd recommend that you have.
What it does do is it gives me hope and excitement for Toyota's electric future.
Yeah, if we have learned anything from Lexus and Toyota, it's that they don't go all out right at first.
Yeah.
They like to take their time with things.
Yeah.
So this, as a first offering, is certainly not bad. And I'd say within the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to be leading the EV game.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
at least just making very solid products.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Camry. I wouldn't have bought one a few years ago, but I'd buy one now.
Yeah.
So don't buy a bZ4X now. Give it a few years.
Yeah, give it a few years, but
That's what Toyota wants.
we liked our time with it.
Yeah, it's better than a lot of people say
Yeah.
it is.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you all so much for watching. We're Chris and Charlie with Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.